Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing something very important because I know everybody is at home thinking of what will happen after this lockdown, thinking about their jobs, about their business, and so all that. So I have good news for you, that one of the best business you can invest in after this lockdown. Did you know that as companies are shutting down, businesses are shutting down, retrenching, splashing of salaries, but there are still people that are making profits, cashing out, that are still in the green region? If you want to know this group that you would like to invest in, just sit down and relax, and I will give it to you in a very simplified way. Well, if you're new to this channel, you're highly welcomed. Click on the subscribe button and the notification bell below to get notified whenever I upload interesting videos like this. Currently, under this lockdown, that we're all at home, that so many industries are being shut down, but there are still some industries that are waxing very strong, making profits and cashing out. Do you know what those industries are? The e-commerce and the telecommunication. We'll use Nigerian Stock Exchange as an example. As at 24th of April 2020, that CAP and Dangote Cement are the top losers in Nigerian stock market. CAP is a company that produces chemicals and paint. We all know Dangote Cement. Now we're going to look at the top gainers under this lockdown. MTN Nigeria and Cadbury. MTN Nigeria are not one of the top gainers because of credit, unit, or recharge card. They are one of the top gainers because of internet service provision, selling of data in Nigeria. I said earlier that the e-commerce, they are one of the top gainers under this lockdown. What relationship do they have in common? You see, everything about e-commerce has to do with internet, website. You need a website and internet for you to connect your business to the world. You don't need any physical relationship or contact to transact your business. That is why they patronize the internet service providers. It's intertwined. Currently in Nigeria, so many businesses have been able to move their businesses online, especially the banking sector. They are still among the gainers in the current exchange, in the current stock market now in Nigeria. There are so many platforms the banking sector has, the commercial banks to be precise. There are so many platforms they have put in place for people to be able to transact and run their business from their houses. Currently, schools also has moved online, as the kids are not allowed to go to school, but they are to stay at home and learn. The lecturers are posting lectures, web seminars, so many things. They all need internet to connect and study. Even churches now in Nigeria, the ones that know what's up now, they've even moved their physical churches from the physical building to online. Cadbury is one of the top gainers currently in Nigerian stock market because they are into food production. While everyone is asked to stay at home, there are still people that are allowed to function, which they call the essential workers all over the world. Who are the essential workers? The essential workers are the ones in the medical sector and the food processing industries. These ones are allowed to function while others stay at home. Why? The food processing industries, they're allowed to function because every human being have one rule: we need food to survive. Looking at the top gainers in Nigerian stock exchange market and the current situation of crude oil in the world today, the price of crude oil has dropped drastically. And what does this tell us? There is a big threat to the economy of Nigeria. We all know that crude oil is our major source of revenue. Right now, that the crude oil has dropped, the only way out, or the best business anyone can think of or invest in right now, is agriculture. Agriculture is the best business anyone can think of or invest in right now in Nigeria. Earlier, we discussed about Cadbury as one of the top gainers in Nigerian stock exchange market and among the essential sectors that are allowed to function under this lockdown. Do you know why they fall among these two categories? Because they are into food processing. And there is no food processing or production company without agriculture. Agriculture is a bit complex, but in this video, I will try and simplify different areas of agriculture where someone can look at his or her strengths and financial capability to invest in. What comes to most people's mind when they hear the word agriculture is the poor farmer. Agriculture is beyond farming. Agriculture has to do with farming, production, and marketing. Let's discuss farming. Farming is divided into two segments: crop cultivation and livestock. Nigeria is richly blessed that every region of Nigeria has one major cash crop that they were exporting before the discovery of crude oil. The East were known for the palm oil, the West were known for cocoa, and the North were known for the groundnut pyramid. Right now, all this has been abandoned in pursuit of crude oil. Now the crude oil has dropped. It's time for us to go back to the agriculture and develop this sector. Apart from these three major cash crops that were exported then, in the eastern region, you can cultivate yam, you can cultivate cassava, maize, plantain, potatoes, and so many vegetables. Anambra State was the first state that started exportation of vegetables because you can freeze those things, package them, and export them. There are so many livestock you can start in Nigeria. You can rear in Nigeria: poultry, fish, pig, snail, goat, name it. Let's discuss about snail. Snail farming is a trending business right now in Nigeria, and it requires little capital to start, as low as 5,000 naira. If you don't have the money to construct your own snail pen, you can use condemned tires to start. If you're interested in snail business, send me a DM for a detailed discussion about snail business. Most people think that fish farming and poultry is saturated. My dear, it is not saturated because those things are still being imported into the country. If there is no demand for it, there will be no need to import that. The demand for food stock and livestock in Nigeria is very, very high. The production in Nigeria is not up to the demand of the country. That means there is still chances for everyone or anyone that is interested in investing in any of this. Agricultural production deals with production of tools and machineries, fertilizers, and livestock. Mostly, production of tools and machineries can be imported, but that's capital intensive. Production of fertilizers is moderately, it requires moderate capital, but the one where anyone can fall in is production of livestock feeds. Those feeds, the materials they need to do them, are locally available in the country. If we let's look at poultry, those birds, their feeds, what they need to do it is just maize, soya bean, wheat flour, sunflower seed, soya bean seed, crayfish, and sodium or iron. All you need is just to look for someone that is into it, that you can give some money to teach you how to do those things. Let me give you one shocking news. Do you know that cassava peels that we trash in the eastern region can be used to produce livestock feeds that you can use to feed both birds, for the poultry, the fish, the pig, and the goats? Yes, I said it's cassava peels because a lot of people are not aware of this and they keep discarding them after peeling their cassava. If you want to know about cassava peels, send me a DM and we'll discuss about that. Agricultural marketing simply deals with sales of agricultural produce. This is where all the slave mamas and slave queen can fall in. It's easy for anyone to fall into this segment without money or little money. What does it mean? Look for these farmers where you get those stuff at cheaper rates and you sell them. But you don't have to do that in the traditional way, the way our grannies did those things. In this modern time, with the e-commerce, that's the internet now that is in trend, all you have to look for, create a niche for yourself, repackage this product, get a brand name, repackage, label, seal, or cork your product, take pictures of them that will make it to look very attractive and post on the internet. Let's take for example, you can get chicken, You remove the feathers, you wash them, you package them, label them, freeze them, take pictures of them and post on the internet. You can get palm oil, you can bottle them, label it and cook it. Most of all the palm oils we get here are being imported from Ghana. Nigerians are no longer exporting farm produce. The plantains we have here, yam, palm oil, palm concentrate, even palm wine, they are all imported from Ghana. Ghanaians are doing very well in exporting their agricultural produce, but we Nigerians, we've not even produced what is enough for our population to consume, talk more of exporting. Now there is so many opportunities in the agricultural sector. There are so many things you can produce. There are so many things you can process. If you look at my previous video, how I prepared how to cook bitter leaf soup, you will see what I used there. It's cocoyam flour. It's someone's idea how the person was able to process cocoyam into flour. I think all they did was just how to boil it, dehydrate them, and grind them into flour form, sieve them and package it, and they are selling. There are so many things you can lay your hand on in the agricultural sector that you can repackage and sell, or you can process and sell. Finally, agriculture remains the best business you can invest in Nigeria because the price of crude oil has splashed. Naira is dropping from 360 to 460 within 2 weeks. It means that Naira is losing its value. And whatever money you have, this is the best time to invest it to increase the value of that Naira note you have in your account. Nigeria has the best weather for agriculture. Nigeria has good soil texture for farming. Nigeria has the population for consumable goods. So thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you find this video very informative, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Bye bye. See you in my next video.